They say some Lakers wear the jersey and become legends, while others just pass through. But what about the ones who fall somewhere in the middle? Players with raw talent, explosive athleticism, and a highlight reel of dunks, yet a career shadowed by missed chances. This is the story of one such Laker. His name? Orlando Woolridge. And yes, he wore the iconic purple and gold just not long enough to rewrite his legacy. Welcome back to Laker Legends, where we dive deep into the forgotten figures and unforgettable icons that shaped one of the greatest franchises in basketball history. Today, we rewind to the late 80s to revisit a player who arrived in Los Angeles fresh off a scoring surge, but left without the glory that many expected. Orlando Woolridge is one of the most intriguing talents to ever wear the number 0 for the Lakers, and his story is equal parts electrifying and cautionary. Orlando Woolridge entered the NBA with high hopes. Drafted 6th overall in the 1981 NBA draft, after 4 modest years at Notre Dame, he didn't make an immediate splash. But by the time the 1983-84 season rolled around, Woolridge had found his rhythm. He averaged over 19 points a game and followed it up with an impressive 22.9 points per game the next season. Playing alongside a young Michael Jordan, Woolridge quickly earned a reputation as a high-flying scorer. He could dunk with the best of them and was always a threat in transition. But the stats only told part of the story. While Woolridge could put up points, critics argued he didn't always elevate his teammates. Rumors swirled that he cared more about personal accolades than team success. And then there was the off-court controversy, a known cocaine habit that began to cloud his promising career. Still, his talent was undeniable, and in the summer of 1988, the Los Angeles Lakers took a chance on him. The timing seemed perfect. The Lakers were coming off their 5th championship of the decade. They needed more depth in the front court. Fan favorite Kurt Rambis had moved on, and Michael Thompson was showing signs of age. Woolridge seemed like the right fit and explosive forward who could inject energy into the rotation. In his 2 seasons with the Lakers, Woolridge was efficient and productive. He averaged 11.1 points in just over 21 minutes per game, shooting an impressive 51.4% from the field. He gave the second unit an offensive punch and was a highlight waiting to happen. But he was never able to fully integrate into the championship DNA that defined the Lakers of that era. In 1989, the Lakers stormed through the playoffs, going undefeated in the first 3 rounds. But then came the finals and disaster. Injuries to Byron Scott and Magic Johnson derailed what could have been a three-peat. The Lakers were swept by the Detroit Pistons. Woolridge played his role, but the team fell short. The following year, the Lakers bowed out early in the 2nd round against the Phoenix Suns. The magic of the Showtime era was beginning to fade. In the summer of 1990, the Lakers made a decision. Woolridge was traded to the Denver Nuggets in exchange for 2 conditional 2nd-round draft picks. He would go on to play for 4 more NBA teams before ending his career overseas in Italy. Orlando Woolridge's time in Los Angeles wasn't long, but it was part of a transitional phase for the franchise. He wasn't a bust, and he wasn't a savior. He was somewhere in between. A reminder that even the Lakers, a team built on greatness, have had to roll the dice on players with untapped potential and personal demons. In the end, Woolridge's legacy as a Laker is more complicated than his stats suggest. He was a scorer, an athlete, and at times, a spark. But in a city that demands greatness, flashes of brilliance simply aren't enough. Still, for those who watched him fly through the air in a Lakers jersey, Orlando Woolridge remains an unforgettable chapter in the story of Laker legends. Thanks for watching and supporting Laker Legends. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more forgotten player stories, and tell us in the comments which former Laker you want us to cover next. Until next time, stay legendary.